She try to be nosy and hit up my ex. She like, girl, you can count on him. We need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board, let them keep the score. 16 cars in my front yard. 30 on my wrist, bullet point to God. Big numbers, 100 minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, whole team counted, that's a big number. Big numbers, 100 minute bag, that's a big number.
All right, Coach, we welcome everybody to the Garden State. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Dallas Cowboys and the New York Giants. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Set up. 70, Indy.
I got it.
The first carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game. So what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
Check back.
We go. 10 Lobo. Hey, Orbit.
Come on. Hey, check Mike 47. Check Mike 47. Here we go.
Ready.
On second and 11 now. Jones. It's caught here by Adams. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here. Over 20 yards.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
A first down carry for Barkley. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Now Saquon Barkley, and they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. It's a gain of 11 and a Giant first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it's going to be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Bravo. Get it.
Here's Jones on first down. Open target here, Darius Slayton. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. It's a Giant first down on a gain of 16.
Nice methodical opening drive here. They're already into field goal range. They're in a good spot. You know that people like to take a shot in this part of the field. But at the same time, as methodical as they've been, they might want to run the ball a little bit here too.
Yeah, just on the outskirts of the red zone, they have options now. Either way, though, they've come out with a purpose. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Jones now to throw again. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining.
22-jet bomber, 22-jet bomber.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up.
And Barkley will try to punch it in. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Saquon Barkley, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Giants take it right down and score on the opening drive. Rosas good with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 26. Here's Prescott. Now this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. Picked off by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And he will score. Touchdown, Giants. Rosas now to add the PAT. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. A little eager there coming in from his outside linebacker position.
You think the hard count got him there?
Yes.
Maybe that extra that extra emphasis on it got him to jump, and they picked up 5 yards.
They will come up on a 1st and 5 following the encroachment penalty. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
2 yards, good enough for a first.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
Have to give a lot of credit to the defense on that play. They were prepared. Ordinarily, when they take the big shot downfield to the big guy, that's usually a mismatch that the offense is used to winning. But the preparation showed for the defense. They were able to bat it away.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
But he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
47.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 17 yards and a Giant first down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
On 1st and 10, Jones gets this out to Saquon Barkley. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and it'll make it second down.
Let's go. 70, Indy.
In your face.
Hey, Delta. Let's go.
Throwing, Jones. It's caught by Coleman. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38.
On the ready.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Jones toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Go, go.
Jones going to throw again. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Intended for Corey Coleman. Incomplete. Brings up a 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
Come on,
this offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. And he will take it all in for a Giant touchdown. Darius Slayton, his first touchdown on the year. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. PAT up and good by Rosas. 21-3 is your score after 1. Rosas now to kick this one away.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. And this shot downfield on 2nd down is brought in. Touchdown, Cowboys! A big play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Cowboys are able to show off their quick strike ability. Extra point right down the middle. And it makes the score 21-10. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at the 3. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
At their own 32-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that.
Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. 20. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his second touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. Rosas good with the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Take over first and 10.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. Charles, he doesn't seem to be particularly in tune with his receivers, just 2 for 7 throwing the football, but he did seem really locked in before the game.
Yeah, and that has to do with receivers sometimes. Sometimes the defenders knock them off their routes, and you're usually pretty precise. 1, 2, 3 cut, balls out of his hands to the receiver. In this case, might be off by a half step either way. They've got to find a way to get back in sync.
He's going to float this over the middle, and that's caught inside the 30. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A big play there with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Cowboys are able to show off their quick strike ability. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is down to 11 at 28-17. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they hit the home run last drive. 1 play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
To throw again on second down. Jones eluding the pressure right. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. On the draw, this is Barkley. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. First down for the Giants as they pick up 12.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Jones, he'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
3rd down and 2.
Yeah, the Cowboys here on 3rd down, bringing in an extra defensive back. Operating from the gun, Jones. Catch made by Slayton. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. They only got 2, but that was enough as they'll convert to make it 1st and goal.
Ready? Stay Gator.
Check, 47.
I hope you brought your rest, because I'm about to take it.
They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. Another try for Barkley. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7th. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. Well, earlier this half, you were wondering how they were going to defend him. I think you used the term bottle him up at different levels. They've struggled to do that.
They certainly have, because when you see them approach, in order to bottle them up at different levels, that front line's got to take care of business. Otherwise, he starts to sift through.
Now Jones going to throw on 3rd and goal. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
And I feel like my man, Old Mo, momentum might be changing jerseys right now. How about what they just got done? They scored a touchdown their last drive. Now here's a 3 and out. Maybe momentum's getting ready to creep to the other sideline.
Rosas' kick is good. And that will get the lead up to 14. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there, because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They'll start the drive with Elliott. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get slap happy up here sometimes. 22 yards there, a first down.
Let's go.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Check. We're going to 53. Under.
Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 28. And he will bring this all the way back out to midfield. Intended that time for Cooper. Good starting field position for the New York Giants here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. On the run, it's Barkley. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11. 2nd and 11. Well, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Hey, Team 6. Team 6. Now.
Here's Jones, operating from the gun. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. On 4th down on now is the lefty Ryan Allen to punt. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Switch. Hey, kill.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick.
Come on now, let's go.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But
this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. That one good for 26 and a first down. So the drive takes them into Giants territory now. 1st and 10, right at the 40.
Here we go. Go to 54. Line 7. Hey. Kill. Here we go. 46.
Now Prescott. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 33. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
It's a gain of 8.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Watch the screen. Hey. High 7. One set. Check Mike 54. Watch QB draw.
2nd and 2. And his throw is incomplete. He was looking for Evan Ingram, the tight end. And it's 3rd and short.
Well, the secondary's really struggled today, but that's a little bit of a measure of revenge, isn't it? And they just followed the basic rules. See ball, knock ball away, turned into a nice play.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he's got the first down, yardage before being taken down at midfield. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
That's good for the Giants.
From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Give them 18 there, and the Giants have a first down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front, nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
And it has been a good game for them. They haven't been pressured very much today, but on back-to-back sacks, maybe the defense is starting to figure something out.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Jones now. From the gun, he'll throw. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
You're down 2 touchdowns. You just know defensively you absolutely have to come up with a big play. That nearly was one right there.
Looked over at the sideline immediately after the drop and just saw the dejection. They felt it. They thought he had it. Unfortunately, couldn't come up with it. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Elliott. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12. At the 34-yard line.
On 2nd and 12. Prescott. Safarian Jenkins has it. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Give them 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. They'll try the sweep with Elliott. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
On 2nd and 9, Prescott. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 30. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 43. Throwing to start the drive. Jones. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Like how they've started the 3rd quarter here. They force a punt on the 1st drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their 2nd win coming out of the locker room. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Back to throw. Jones. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. 21 yards there on 3rd down. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed. And
that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there.
Ready. 90 Wolf.
Check 47. I'm coming.
From the 44, Jones. That's complete to Slayton. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 31-yard line. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept them back.
Touchdown, Giants! Saquon Barkley, 31 yards. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. PAT up and good by Rosas. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And they will be backed up deep as they'll have to start the drive from the 6-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
They start on the ground with Elliott. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. Tackle made there by Jordan Hicks.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by the linebacker, Jordan Hicks. And down inside the red zone at the 19-yard line. That's now a second interception and as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Jones off the play fake. And Ingram's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Evan Ingram, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Giants use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Amari Cooper, the intended target. 3rd down here. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Dane Cruikshank. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
On 2nd and 11 now. Jones finds his tight end Ingram. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. He'll get 15 and a Giants first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On 1st down, Barkley. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they won't put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Jones nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeMarcus Lawrence racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
Brandon, more often than not, you'd say they've had his number, and we can count them up so far. 1, 2, 3, 4 sacks given up. But guess what? He's still been able to make some plays, and right now they have a lead.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice. or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Throwing again on second down. Prescott, and they're able to get this one across the 35. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down. On 1st and 10, Prescott. They will find Davis. That's complete. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Now this throw caught left side. Touchdown, Cowboys! Amari Cooper, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys cut into that lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They built up that lead at intermission, and they're just continuing to pour it on right now, aren't they?
Locked into a really good groove right now. I don't know if it's just the play calling. I know the execution is really, really sharp right now, and all the playmakers are doing exactly what you expect. They're making plays, and right now, defense has no answer and no chance of catching up.
Yeah, they're just looking to turn anywhere for a stop defensively. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. This is Barkley. Jalen Smith, the Notre Dame man, in on the tackle. And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. That one looks like he'll throw here. Completes it to Coleman. Corey Coleman. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Corey Coleman, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. Rosas good with the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
At their own 20-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them.
Mike 7. Kill. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Rotate. Check 3.
A first down throw for Prescott. Now a desperation throw deep down. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. He's going to let it fly. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Definitely desperation time. This just looks like, hey, throw it down there, hope that your guy can make a play.
You want him to make a play, but if not, maybe you get a pass interference call. And you know in the NFL, that's a spot foul. You get all of that yardage. That would be a big play.
Wide, get wide. Joker. 81.
Here we go, 47. Here we go. 26.
They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete, almost intercepted. He had a great shot at picking that off in the end zone. It brings up 4th down. The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. Prescott to throw on 4th. And it is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Giants are going to get the football back. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2.
Let's get in there.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley fighting him off. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. Here's Ryan Allen now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. This is fielded at the 27. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and there'll be time for maybe one final play before we hit triple zeros. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
When it was time to get it lit, we got it